Hey guys, it's Man 500 here, back again, sitting at the table once again, getting ready to do another lure review. We're getting into the depths of lure review month now, and things are heating up. We've got lots of lures left to review, and I'm really excited to be doing these videos with you. Like I said in other videos, I think I said this in pretty much every one. It's a lot of work doing this. I really appreciate your comments, and hope you guys enjoy all of these videos. I got tons of baits here to review, and lots of good stuff to get out to my subscribers. If you like knife reviews and all the multi-tools and the knife reviews that I do, stay tuned. There's lots of that coming. Don't worry, I'm still doing that stuff. But for this month, I thought I'd put out a whole bunch of videos for my fishing guys, because you know, I've been fishing ever since I started doing this Woodsman 500 racket, and I've been doing it even before then. So it's a big part of what I do here, and I really love fishing and getting good products out to my subscribers as well, as you have gathered in my knife reviews. That's what I like to do. Anyways, guys, today we're talking about another soft plastic. As you know, I like soft plastics fishing, and one thing I especially like, wacky rigging with yum dingers, or Senkos, or Gary Yamatos, whatever you want to call them. I love fishing wacky rigs. Wacky rigs are one of my most favorite rigs. You know, I really love fishing them, and they're really good. And this bait right here is pretty good. I actually really like this. First of all, I'll say, getting into first impressions of my soft plastics talking points right here that I have printed off. First impressions for me isn't really that good, believe it or not, because when I see Trigger X, I see hype. Okay, so this is a Trigger X. This is their, what is this called? I don't even know what this bait is called. Anyways, there's a number right there. You can see the color as well. But this Trigger X Senko, to me, not really. I don't know. It's just not really a bait that I've been interested in because of the hype that they put behind their baits. And I think it's well warranted, but I also think it's a little too much. That's why I haven't had any experience with any other Trigger X's, because there's so much hype, and they really sell their lures. Do they work? Yes. Do they work good? Yes. Do they work as good as some others? Well, yeah, I'm going to have to get more time behind this bait in particular, but we'll see in the future to come. So there you have it. That's just my little rant on Trigger X, the brand anyways, and also this bait as well in particular. As you can see, the price right there, pretty decent, not bad. A little bit high for some of their other baits, especially the individually wrapped ones. That kind of pushes my buttons a little bit. You see the individually wrapped lures. I don't really like that so much. Once again, getting onto the hype and stuff, I don't know, I just didn't really like it. Let's talk about colors and patterns. Dig one of these baits out of the bag here. Dig one of these out. So as you can see, it's really nice. I actually really like the color patterns on them. I looked at a couple different colors. This is watermelon, chartreuse pepper. So I called dark green, light green with a black fleck. A little bit longer name, but really nice, really well balanced, especially when you get it in the right spot. Got nice wiggle to it, and it's really full of scent, and you can really smell it inside. And it's got fairly decent softness to it, and it's also fairly tough too. That's another thing I like about it. It's going to last a little bit longer. It doesn't last as long as, hang on, it doesn't last as long as these ones here do, the yum dingers. Doesn't last quite that long, but still, this bait is going to last you through the day. If you're just fishing this bait, if you choose just to buy a couple bags of Trigger X and go out for the day, then yeah, it's going to last for you, and it's going to treat you pretty well. But they do have a lot of color patterns as far as that's concerned, so go check out Trigger X website, or even on Bass Pro or anything like that. They carry a lot of that sort of stuff, and go check out their colors and patterns. Material, like I said, it's very tough, very rigid. It's got a little bit of squish to it. It feels really good, and it's also got these little ridges in it. I don't know exactly what that does. Leave a comment if you know exactly what that does, but I like it. It's alright. It's kind of a unique design, kind of breaking away from the light ridges. You can see this one has very light ridges, while this one has very deep ridges in it as far as that's concerned. So but the material is very good. Like I said, very durable. Not quite as durable as the Dinger I just showed you. Weight, pretty decent. Not a bad weight on it. Like I said, this one's going to be heaviest when it comes to that. So yeah, pretty decent weight to it. And it's going to be a little bit light. But still not bad casting, all things considered. This is something that I consider, especially when I'm throwing a weightless bait, is weight. So how far am I going to be able to throw this bait out, especially on windy days when I want to cast a wacky rig. So that's something to keep in mind. I don't think you're going to have any problem with that. Length comes in 5 inches. I think it comes in a 4-inch version, I think. Go and do a little bit of research. And I'll say this, like I say about every lure company, I don't know why they do this, but as you get the smaller the bait, the less color choices there is. So just base your decision around that. Quantity, you see how many's in the bag. I think I might have lost 1 or 2 out of here because I fished it, but pretty good amount. Like I said, not as bad as their individually wrapped ones. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. There's no need of that, having individually wrapped baits. But that's just my own opinion. So yeah, the amount in here is pretty good, and the quality level is also very high as well. And this bag actually, you know, stays sealed shut, and it's not going to come open. If you notice, I still have this in the bag, these baits. Partly because of the their stuff that they put on it, their pheromones or whatever. I didn't really want to put that in my plastic boxes. I didn't know what that would do to my cases, so I just kind of left it in. And you see that I do that with my gulp too. Here's some gulp. I keep that in the bag. Here's some more, some smaller stuff. So yeah, I do keep some baits in the bag. Just to keep it from damaging my boxes, because the boxes do cost a little bit. Price, like you see on the sticker there, not too bad. But there is some better options. I think the Dinger will run you a little bit cheaper, just depending on where you go. Probably down in the States it's going to be a little bit cheaper. Durability, like I already said, durability is pretty good. Not as good as the Dinger. I don't think anything can really compare to that for durability. But this is very durable, I find, and you'll do fine with it if you're fishing with it all day. Or if you have it sitting in your boat for a little bit and you just want to start fishing with it, give her. I mean, it's not going to fall apart on you over time. Unless you leave the bag open, then the bait might dry up on you. But other than that, I don't think you'll have any problem. The scent and the salt content, here's where we get into some of the hype that TriggerX does. With their pheromones or whatever it's called. Ultra Bite Aggression Pheromones. Let's read a little bit on the back. Bioscent infused soft baits, blah 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 blah. Yeah. Does it work? Oh, absolutely. Does it work better or more? I don't know what the word is, but does it work extremely more better than the Dinger or the Gary Amato? Not really. I hate to, you know, diss this brand. I mean, it's a great brand, but you know, it just doesn't seem like it does anything special, especially when you consider all the science and stuff that they claim that they put into this. It works just the same as any other bait. You know, I mean, of course it works. It works really good, but it doesn't rise above any other company, and if right in line with, you know, Yum and Gary Amato and stuff like that. So does it rise above the others for salt content and stuff like that? Not really. It's basically right in there for where it has to be. I was expecting more, to be honest, when I bought this bait, because of all the hype that they did. But you know, it's still a good bait. You can still fish it. It fishes well, but it doesn't, you know, come up to that high-end level that I thought it would. Competitive options, I already showed you the Dinger. I've been bringing it in constantly. And then you have, of course, let's break out a Gary Amato here. See if we can get a good color pattern. I don't really have any greens left. Here, I'll break out one of these. Here's a Gary Amato. And the Strike King one. I haven't even fished this. I haven't even fished the Strike King one. So yeah, there's tons of there's tons of wacky rigging baits out there that you can choose from. Just be wise in your decision and pick a good bait that's good for your area, especially when we get into color patterns. that's an important thing to well, and even KVD does a Senko. Man, I can't talk tonight. But of course, this one is something different. So you'll see this in other videos. So yeah, that's my opinion on the on the Trigger X. Is a good bait, absolutely. You know, does it rise above the others for performance with their ultra bite aggression hormones or whatever it's called? Not really. It performs just the same as a Gary Yamato or a Yum. So that's my opinions on the Trigger X, wacky rigging bait, whatever you want to call it. Perfect. I really like it. Like I said, doesn't rise above any other baits, but it holds its own. So stay tuned. Woodsman500 here, guys. Hope you enjoyed that video. Stay tuned for more lure reviews during Lure Review Month.